Hey guys, what's going on? It is Watch This, and welcome to my playthrough of Expedition 33. If you guys are watching this, I'm sure you guys have seen and heard a lot about this game, so I want to go ahead and help some people out, maybe find some items, beat difficult bosses, and perhaps learn some things along the way as well. So right there you see me grab a flower, and that's going to go ahead and let Malay out the way so that you can continue down the path. Now what you're seeing right now is me just wandering around. This is something that I'm doing throughout the game, that just trying to make sure that I don't miss anything. It is a platform game. It is a very direct game. It's not an open world game, so you can only follow a certain path to a degree. So what you'll see me doing is trying to fill out the map, trying to see where I can go and where I can't go. And then obviously we'll go ahead and highlight some of those parts where we find interesting items or side bosses or anything like that. So if you continue running with Malay, she'll try to offer you a duel. This is basically where you learn things about parries, dodges, skills, basics, attacks, just stuff along that nature. Kind of just give you a feel for what the fighting mechanics are like. So not on this one, but I do believe in the other one. You can do it as many times. And it's just there for, good practice. So something that I noticed about Gustav the second time around, but not the first time, if you notice on the right, there is something called an overcharge. As soon as that's fully 10 out of 10, you can go ahead and use his ability, and it's going to give you the most damage once it's 10 out of 10. It does do some damage when it's 1 out of 10, 4 out of 10, etc. But the most damage you're going to do is when it's 10 out of 10. Now just a quick tip for you guys is something that I learned about parrying is once you parry, you do have to hit all parries in succession. So you have to hit 1, 2, and 3. If you miss 3 or 2, you will not be able to do that parry. Alright, so once you get to that part, you're going to want to go down the spiral, and this is pretty much where your adventure is going to start. So if you take the right side, you're going to run into some chroma, which is basically the in-game currency, and so you can continue down the path. Then you're going to run into your second chroma as well, and it's on top of this little wood stack here. I do not believe there is anything else inside of that area. You're going to go ahead and go into your first group of people, walk past them, remember this white canvas guy, and go to this trash can right here. Once you open up the trash can, it's going to say it's a perfectly normal trash can, keep on clicking it, and eventually you're going to obtain a chroma catalyst, which is later used to upgrade your weapons. After you talk to this artist, he's going to say that he's not inspired and he wants to make a painting, so then he'll have you do a couple of dodges in order to give him some inspiration. I do believe it's 9 dodges. You cannot parry these, otherwise it just will not cut. You'll just stay here forever. So just continue to dodge until the cutscene comes. And then afterwards they're going to go ahead and give you an item, and the item sets over your attributes. After that, you get after you get that item to reset your attributes, you're going to go to the right, follow up the stairs, and grab some more chroma. Continue going through the second group of people, and this is pretty much where you're going to go into the second part of the prologue. Now this part is optional, but I want to include anything and leave it up to you guys. There's a mime over here, and for this one you don't get anything extra for actually fighting this mime, but I do believe it's just extra practice. Something I did do in the prologue, especially on the second time that you fight Malay, is just practice on the parrying and dodge system. Basically because, again, that's what this game is centered around. So this mime has 2 different attacks. He tries to slap you with his hands and then his head, and you can counterattack it. And then he has another hammer attack. Now if you noticed, when I was fighting Malaya, there was a little bit more damage going on. These mimes, for whatever reason, are extremely difficult to kill. This one, the second one, and I do believe that there's a third one later on, but for some reason they are just really hard to kill. This is what I was saying about the right side of the screen. You do see it says 10 out of 10. That means that this is fully charged. You get those charges by attacking, not by parrying. So even with that done, it does do a lot of damage, but it should be doing a lot more just based on the fact that it was fully charged up. So keep in mind that these mimes, they attack pretty well, and they also don't take damage very well either. So that's optional. You don't get anything from that particular mime, but that is up to you. So after that, you're going to go to the left side, or you can go to the left side or the right, then fight the mime, and then we're going to run into what we see, I believe, is another chroma. So we're going to go ahead and grab the chroma. Like I said, you can go left or right, whichever one you want. But I believe after this, you don't have anything else to collect. So then you're going to go down these steps. It's going to cut to a cutscene, and then you're in your second part of the prologue. Right here, you're going to go ahead and get a festival token. Now, you do need 3 festival tokens to obtain everything in this area. Go to this guy. He's going to give you a quiz. I believe that the answers are 67, Expedition 67, Expedition 0, and then I think that it's going to ask you for an explanation of what a piquette does. After that, you're going to get a token from him as well. To the right of him, which you'll see in a couple of moments here, there's going to be a group of your mentors, or I guess you're a mentor to these kids. So they're going to go ahead and give you a journal to keep track of everything that you do with the adventure. You see that he gives you the token, you get the journal, and then you get the last token from fighting Malaya for the second time.
Probably alone.
So the first time I played this game, I pretty much sat here for about 30 minutes to an hour, and I just ran through this fight. She will fight you as many times as you want. You do get about 2 XP, so it helps minimal XP. But you can sit here and kind of just get used to the parry system. Obviously, each creature in the game is going to have a different attack and different timing for it, but at least gets you kind of used to pressing your right bumper, your E, your F, your D, your R, depending on if you're playing on a keyboard. And this is what I mean by successful parries. Had I missed the first one, the second one, or the third one, even though I got the rest of them, you still cannot do damage until you hit all of them. So that's exactly what I was saying. Right there you see it's 386. I think when I used it on the mine, it did somewhere around 50, maybe less than 100 for sure. So those mines, again, keep in mind that they're very
Not bad for the
tanky, defense friendly.
You beat a teenager.
So you go ahead and beat her, and then you go ahead and get another token. Again, you can fight her if you want to. After this, you're going to go to the 3 ladies in the hut, or the 3 merchants in the hut. This one's going to give you an old key. I have yet to find out what this is for, but apparently these items will be used later, aside from this one where they just pretty much give you a haircut.
Alright, let's see what you've got.
So this girl gives you a haircut, the lady gave you an old key, and then this other guy will give you a old piquette, or a weird piquette, or something like that for the last token. And after that, you can go ahead and start at the end of the you can go ahead and get yourself out of the prologue, and get yourself into Act 1. Act 1 is centered around Gustav, pretty far in the game, so kind of still learning a lot about the game, but this act seems to be centered around this main character. So again, what I did at the beginning of the video is what I'm doing right now, and we are just making sure that there's no ins or outs that you can go to throughout the map. A lot of times there's going to be items. So for these, I'm basically going to do a popular demand. If you guys want to see the battles, more than likely I'll go ahead and show them. If you guys don't want to, I can just show you where the battle is, cut the battle out, show you the battle loot, and then get you guys back on the course. So from that one, we got no battle loot. Something important to keep in mind is when you guys see these light posts throughout the game, it means you are on the main game. So there's a lot of side quests, a lot of bosses that you can render off to. You go left or right, but as long as you see the lamppost, you're pretty much, or you are on the main story. Right here, you're going to see me doing the exact same thing. Just want to make sure that you guys get the concept here, because this is, I think the first time I went through the first run through, I think I had like an extra 9 or I think an extra 10 resources, and by the time I went to the second time, I only had 2. So it definitely makes a difference, and you do use your resources for upgrades and purchases and things like that, so it's important to grab everything that's laying around. This second fight is going to introduce you to your second character. Her name is Luna. She's more of a mage, wizard, or a witch, and it basically explains to you how to use her. This is going to be your pictos, pictectos, perkies, whatever you want to call them. Those are going to be things that you can attach to the character to give you certain bonuses. We'll go into those a little bit later in the video. So after that, you're going to continue down the path, and you're going to run to your first expedition flag. So at these expedition flags, you can rest, upgrade your character. And I think that's it. Oh, you can also fast travel. So later on, you're going to want to go back and forth. You might not want to walk. This particular enemy, they do have little glass heads or portals on their heads. If you shoot them, it's going to do additional damage. And then their weakness, it doesn't say what their weakness is, so you kind of just have to guess a check on these. But these creatures or enemies, their particular weakness is going to be ice. And it does take 4 APs from Luna in order to cast an ice spell. So we kill those, and as you can see on this one, we actually got some battle loot, which is a sword. So press select, go click on Gustav and go into weapons, and that's pretty much how you're going to go ahead switch your weapons. At this screen, again, it should be select, or I'm not sure what's on keyboard and mouse. You can go ahead and upgrade your skills. You can change your skills, you can change your pictos, you can change your luminas, and then you can also change your wardrobe. So for right now, I only have a haircut, and I have the same outfit. So after you get out of there, you're going to want to go ahead and go to your left. You're going to go to your right, climb up the hill, and then you're going to get some more chroma. Continue down the path, and to your right, you will find another picto. This one benefits Luna a lot. It says 25% increased critical against a burned enemy. Now, because she has a fire spell, there is a chance to get burned. When you burn a enemy, it's going to take the beginning of their turn and give them damage. So as you can see, there is a left right there that we need to go to as soon as we get out of this battle. So again, with these creatures, and this is what I mean. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward it, unless I get comments stating that you would just prefer not to watch it, or you would just prefer to watch it. So right there you did see I cast a ice spell, and it said weakness, and that's how you're going to see if the character is resistant to it, weak to it, it absorbs, or it's null. And that's just, like I said, trial and error. So to the left, you're going to get some more chroma, and then you're going to go into this house. As soon as you enter the house, go to the right. There's going to be another catalyst there, again used for upgrading your weapon. So follow the trail, you're going to go up, and then go down this ramp, and you're going to get an energy tank. Now these will be used later on again, to upgrade some things that are important.
Wow.
So some chroma here, and then we're going to go into the actual story itself. So go down the ramp and go to the right, or go to the left. You'll find some chroma, and right across from there you'll find some more chroma.
Well, that will
I'm
help.
going to go ahead and fight this little diamond dude, or little stone dude again, because we want what's behind him. So same thing with these guys. It's only one this time. Just shoot him with that little portal. Go ahead and do an attack, and the ice is going to be most effective for him. I just want to save some AP on that. So after that, we're going to go behind him. There is an item, but there's also an optional item that you can get. So we grab that, and then we look to the right, and there is a little grapple there. So this is right where you came from. Just go to the left, and then we're going to press X. So keep on going, and then you're going to run into another mine. This is just basically for fun or whatever you want to do, but on this you do actually get some items, some cool items. Or in my opinion, I think they're cool. So doing this for the second time, I missed the first one the first time that I played it, and doing this for the second time, I noticed that it's very helpful to cast spells on him. So if you slow him, I believe that there's a chance that he can miss a turn, and also if you burn him, it does not do just the typical single-digit damage. It does anywhere from 14 to 12. So this first time I played this, it took me quite a long time to beat him, but I think this time it only took me around 3 minutes. So right there, you've seen that I used my overcharge. It was at 10-10, and I did happen to stun him. So we stunned him, made him skip a turn, and pretty much just used the elemental damage. So this is the outfit that you get from hurting him, or killing him, I mean. As you get a little mime suit and a little mime hat. We're going to run into this Patrick, or that's what I've been calling them, is Patrick's. And again, he pretty much follows the same protocol as all the stone dudes. They all have a weakness to ice. I do not know how to parry this attack. There's got to be some timing that I'm messing up on there, but I am unsure how to parry that specific attack where he slams down and tries to hurt all of your characters. So after this, you've probably leveled up a couple times, especially after beating the mime, and if you're fighting every single interaction that you have. You can go back to the flag that you had there, and then it's going to allow you to upgrade your characters. So you can do the learnable skills, or you can just upgrade your attributes. Now for this playthrough, what I'm going to focus on is pretty much might, agility, luck. Going through this game and they're just kind of learning. It seems like if it's basically centered around parrying, countering for that matter, then I don't really see a need for upgrading the health and the defense, especially if eventually you run into one-hit KOs. So after you get past that Patrick, there's going to be items to your right, and then behind the rock to your left, resources that you're going to need. Follow the path, and then once you go up, there's going to be a cutscene, and this is basically flying items, or flying enemies, I mean. Flying enemies you cannot kill with just regular attacks. You're going to want to just hold your aim button and then shoot them. Take advantage of any weak points as well. So after that, you see to the left, you can continue the main story. If you go to the right, you can get into, you can find your first semi-side boss, I guess. Now for this one, I will go ahead and show, just in case anybody needs to figure out how to beat him, because in my opinion, he does drop some pretty good resources. And then there is also some chroma behind him as well. So he does have two attacks. He has a straight dagger, and then he tries to slash you behind his back. Again, there's a perfect example of you do have to hit continuous parries in order to have him counterattack. There he killed his partner there, Luna, and I went ahead and finished him off with the charged up. So we do get a sword. It's a level 2 sword. Basically what you're going to use the catalyst for is to upgrade those levels on those weapons. And then we got a Picto, and there's another Picto behind him as well. So go back to the little spiral that you've seen to the left before after we fought that Patrick, and we're gonna go up, go off the shell, and have more chroma. Go back to the main area, cross over, and then we're going to see another fork in the road. Again, you don't have to go right, you can continue going left, but if you want to just get to 100 completion and make sure you're getting all of the resources, I would just follow what I'm doing here. So we do have another flying enemy, we shoot him, he has another portal on his head, it's a weak spot, and we just want to make sure that Luna has it easiest as possible because she just died in their last battle. So if by chance she dies, or any character dies, they're going to start the next battle with 1. You can save some potions by self-healing, learning each other, having your characters learn how to heal each other, or have self-heal. And that's pretty much what you'll see me not do here, because I just wanted to get what's behind him and move forward. Something that I realized is if you're in the same exact area, I believe that if you rest, the enemies that you killed will come back. So on the off chance that I kill this guy, want to go heal up, go back to rest, there's going to be the same guy there. So in other words, you need to use your potions, you need to use your revives. If you don't use them, they pretty much just sit there, and you can't stack more than 2, as far as I can see. So after we go to the left and we follow, you'll find that guy who needs something to, find that little stone creature who needs something to light his lamp. So we gotta go find that for him. So we'll hit the rest up, we'll follow the trail, we'll go to the right, and we find another Picto. This one's dead energy. So when killing somebody, you're going to get 3 AP rather than just a single AP that you get when you either parry or attack. I place it on Luna because she does have some pretty good spells. I think that's where she maximizes her playstyle. To the left, you're going to find a burning shot, which pretty much lets you shoot or free aim, and there's a chance that you'll burn. So matching that with what we just picked up, 25% critical on top of the burn shot, on top of the 3 AP, she basically has unlimited burns. So for these guys, you're going to go ahead and shoot them again in the portal. And nothing too special about these guys, they're pretty weak. They do have some interesting attacks. I think one is like a little thing that comes out of the ground, and then they try to hit you with like a lightsaber or something like that. So make quick work of these, and this is why I say it's up to you guys whether you guys want to see or you guys just want to see the battle loop. Because every character may drop something, or every enemy may drop something, or they may not drop something, so it's important to just interact and just see what you get at the end. So for this one, they dropped a level 2 weapon for Luna, or I'm sorry, they dropped a more powerful weapon for Luna. So we're going to go ahead and equip that, and then to the immediate right in that tunnel, there's going to be a resource. So we'll carry this down, and you'll run into another fork. This one you don't really have to pick because it circles around. So we're going to go ahead and beat this guy, or beat these enemies. No battle loot on this one. And then we're going to go to what's behind them, which I believe is another Picto, but it's actually a catalyst. Again, we're going to be using these for upgrading our weapon. So as you cross the bridge, you're going to go down the ramp, and you'll see something behind those barrels. No battle loot on this guy either. So behind these barrels, you do kind of jump, have to kind of wiggle your way back here, but you'll find the resin. And that's what that dude needs, the white little tower dude needs in order to get his light going. So go underneath the gym, or underneath the bridge, go ahead and grab the little resource and head back to this guy. Now if you continue, you can use the flag and just fast travel, go back and forth. So speak with him, he'll let you know that he misses his mistress or something, and then you can light the light, and then he will speak with you a little bit more and then give you a healing upgrade. And this is the flag that I was talking about. So just a little bit ways ahead, so you can hit the flag and then fast travel back if you don't feel like going all the way through. So you got to go up the ramp, so we're going to go to the left first, see what's back there. We're going to go, if you guys do this straight through, you can hit the rest. And then we are going to go into our official first battle of the world that we're in right here. So this one does have a couple of different attacks. Has a spear, has a 2-spear, has the same earthquake thing that comes out of the ground that hits you. Pretty basic attacks here, but it gives you a feel for what's coming, ahead and how the boss battles will go. They'll tank themselves, they'll have shields, they might bring in minions or other abilities, things that you can shoot down to stop them getting those abilities, things that you can use to try and get some extra AP. So right now I know that Luna has the Picto that gives her 3 AP for killing an enemy, so I'm going to go ahead and weaken these for Luna and then let her finish the job on those so she can get some extra AP. Now something to speak about the little white tower dude that we passed. So apparently there's a couple of those. I think they're called Neverwars or something like that, and it is optional, you can fight them. However, if you fight them, you kill them. And apparently there is a reason to keep as many of them that will talk to you alive as possible, because they give you some resources towards the end of the game or maybe mid-game. I'm not exactly sure, I've yet to reach to that part yet, so it's optional whether you want to fight them. I'm not sure if you fight them they automatically give you something, or they just give you nothing and it's just for XP purposes. So it's up to you whether you want to kill them, or if you want to just play through and kill them and then switch back and not kill them to see what the end is, or if you just want to not kill them. But I've heard a couple of times that that is a benefit to keeping them alive. So right there you'll see the Picto actually activate when she kills him. She'll go ahead and get those 3 APs. And this is why I was explaining for those melee battles that you can have. You basically just want to practice as much as possible on the pairing system, because I think there is a small window where it lets you know to press the parry and counter side, and that's basically when the animation is going to slow down. But I still think it's at the end of slowing down. I think once it's slowed down, if you press the counter right there, you're gonna miss. You have to allow it to hit and then actually parry as it's hitting. So basically like a real fight. But like I said, you can go ahead and practice as many times as possible. So right there what you see me do is you see me use her AP to break all the shields. It does not matter how much damage you think you are going to do, as long as the enemy has a shield, it will not do any damage. Whether it's a multiple attack, whether it's a ultimate attack like the overcharge that Gustav has, anything like that, it's going to do just one singular damage, and it's going to knock off that shield. So right here you see me using a healing attack, or a healing strategy, which is what I was saying with it is helpful just to try and save your potions, but it's also useful to use those potions as well, because I don't think that you can have more than 2 at a time. You did see me mark the enemy. That is an attack that Gustav has. Once the enemy is marked, it's going to do extra damage the next time the same character attacks that particular enemy. So as you'll see throughout this, she's going to say, you know, he's charging up, he's getting stronger, something like that. I don't know if you take too long on this, they'll actually have a consequence. But I know that once it gets to some pretty weak health, it's just going to go to this cutscene, and then you're going to go ahead and defeat the enemy. Again, you're going to get some pretty sweet loot. You do get a recode, which is for the attributes, and you do get some catalysts and chromas, I believe. So after that, it's going to put you right here. But if you were looking at the flag and you got to see past it, or if you just happened to be down here when you spawned in, you can see that there is another item back here. You cannot jump up and grab it, so you got to go back up the spiral, go to the Expedition 33 sign, and go to the left. If you go a little bit more left, you'll find some more chroma, I think. That's actually a picto. And then you're going to go down the spiral that's right there. This is going to be some Luma that you'll need later. Your Catalyst and Luma you're going to use for upgrades. So that is the end of the first part, the first chapter. This place is called Spring Meadows. If you guys like this, I would greatly appreciate a like, comment, let me know if I missed anything, and of course always subscribe. Thank you so much guys for watching, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next chapter. See ya.